What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
What's something that's clearly a scam but Americans have been conditioned to believe is normal?
So, me and my fiance, he's Belgian. We live in Belgium, but we visited my family in the US. And he asked me, why do they always show commercials with prescription medication on them? Shouldn't your doctor tell you what you need? And I was shocked. I just was like, I don't know.
It's normal to us.
Then the other night we're over at his friend's house, and they asked me, is it true that every day in school you guys stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance? And I'm like, yeah, of course, why? And they're like, do you still know it? I instinctively put my right hand over my heart and began to fully recite the Pledge of Allegiance. And then they were like, doesn't that kind of seem like a dictatorship?
Tips and salary for waitstaff at restaurants. Now, I know that there's a ton of jobs out there that rely on tips as their primary source of income, but I'm just focusing on the waitstaff situation because it's kind of like the poster child for how messed up the tipping system is in our country. Some of you may not be aware about how being a waiter or waitress in our country works, so I'm going to break it down for you really quick. Across the board, there is the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. Across the board, anywhere that you work in the United States as a waiter or waitress, you're going to make at least $7.25 an hour, which is garbage pay, but it is a guarantee nonetheless. But what some people might not realize is that each individual state has the option to set a cash wage and a tip credit. A cash wage is what each individual state promises you as an hourly rate being a tipped employee, but it is not the federal minimum wage. For instance, in Alabama, it's $2.13 an hour. That's what you get paid as a wage, as a waiter in Alabama. I know what you're thinking. Dave, what about the $5.12 that's left out of that Alabama employee's pocket? Where does that money come from? It comes from their tip credit, which comes directly out of their tips. So, for example, if I was in Alabama waiting tables and I worked for 1 hour, I would make $2.13. That's what I would make from Alabama as my hourly wage as a waiter. If I had one table and that guy tipped me $5.20, I would only get 8 cents. I would only get 8 cents because the difference between what I got paid by the state and what the federal government mandates that I receive as an employee is $5.12. So they take that. They take the difference between what they're willing to pay you and what is guaranteed to be paid you to make up the difference. That's ridiculous. Keep in mind that every state is different. Some of them treat their employees piss poor, while others do try and at least kind of compensate for the fact that they're going to have a higher cost of living in their area. But across the board, it pretty much sucks all around. Now I'm going to have all kinds of people in the comment section that say things like, well, if they want to pay a minimum wage and that's what they're owed, then that's a good system to do it. Or you're going to have some waiters that are like, you know what, I make fine money. You don't want to complain about this. I make okay money. You deserve both. You deserve both. You deserve your minimum wage because that's what you're owed as a citizen of this country. You deserve the tips because that's what the customers wanted to give you. They saw what you did, they were happy with the result, and they gave you money. They gave it to you. You deserve both.
But you also have some waiters who would receive a big tip, and you know the customer's like, pocket it. You did a great job.
Right.
This is yours.
You to get it.
But some people are so conditioned to the point they'll be like, I can't. I have to share it because it's not mine. But you're the one who actually did the work for us at the table, so you deserve the whatever it is given to you. It just don't make sense to tip a person, then they have to tip the rest of the crew for work that they didn't do.
Exactly. They got to share their tips. I remember this one time, you know, we used to work in like a city, I mean, not work, we used to live in a city where they had a lot of plants and ports and things, so that's money. Right? And I remember it was like a group of like 12 men that came in, and the woman was in the back of them. She was their supervisor. And when it got time for her to pay, she wanted to give me a huge tip. Y'all, I was a new mother. I was in college. I was working hard, okay? She wanted to give me a huge tip, and I had to tell her no, because we had just stopped tips. Like, they stopped allowing cashiers to get tips.
Yeah, they can't take it over the register.
Baby, listen, I was contemplating just quitting that job for this.
Yeah,
that's how bad it was.
They keep the change, go out the window then. Ain't no change. Put it in the register.
What makes me mad is that I know why they do it, why they have these stupid systems that have the tiny minimum wage that doesn't meet the federal minimum wage. So they have to compensate for that by taking from your tips that we gave to you personally to make up for it because they don't want you to have that much money. They don't think you deserve it. To them, you're a low down, low class, low dog waiter. You don't deserve that money because in their mind, you need to go make money elsewhere. You don't need to have a diversified source of income. That's for Wall Street, not for you. Now we say, well, if they stop that, then people would just stop tipping. No, we wouldn't. The people that don't tip, and the people that do, and it would stay that way. It's a scam because they took a beautiful system of people getting rewarded by other people for the hard work they did and made those workers supplement their own income with the rewards that they received and told us that it couldn't be any other way or the system would fail.
And they work so hard.
Designer breed dogs. Yeah, I said it.
Wait.
You can hate me for it, but I don't care. Designer breeds are the biggest scam in this dog industry.
Not the dog industry.
Some of y'all might not know what a designer breed is, so let me help you out. A designer breed is when you take one breed and another breed and mix them together, put a fancy damn name on it, and charge so much money for it, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. No. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have this dog. It was like half Shih Tzu, half Poodle. We paid for like, I would say maybe $20 for it.
$20?
Like $20 for this dang on dog. Okay? Now, they put a name on it called a Shih Poo. And they charge thousands of dollars for it.
Sure do.
They do.
Better yet, I had another dog that was half Chihuahua and half Dachshund. Now they have these things called Chiweenies.
Yeah.
I can't.
What the? Are you serious? Look, we had a fancy name for that stuff too. Back in my day, they called it, back in my day, like I'm that old. I'm not that old. Anyways, back in the day, they called that a mutt. And it was perfectly fine. We all love mutts. They're just dogs that we love to play with and call them our pets.
Yeah.
But let me clarify something.
These are the dogs that you get off the street.
Yeah.
Just walking around. You see it walking around for a couple days. That becomes your dog.
The one with the green eye and the gray eye. It's like, what happened to you? Just so pretty though. Come on, walk with a limp, full of spots on his body. Like, what breed is this dog? I don't know. Last time I saw him, he's running with a pack of Chihuahuas and Poodles. I don't know what it is. So that's how it be. Then they put a crazy price on it too, based off the location they breed it in.
Yep.
So if you say, "Oh, I'm picking my dog up from Houston," what kind you got? Oh, they mixed breeded this big dog. They got it like that now, and now they charge you arm and leg. But what's the real price of a dog these days? Come on. Like, can somebody put that in the comment section? What is a real price of a dog? It shouldn't be that bad.
I mean, it's bad.
It is though.
But I mean, you literally can go rescue a dog, pay half the price or no price at all.
Yeah.
No, I got time for all that.
It's not the designer breeds that I have an issue with. It's the people that mix them together and charge thousands of dollars for it to consumers who don't know the difference. And they're over here spending $2,500, $3,000, $5,000. When did a mutt ever cost more than a full-blown registered AKC standard poodle? When? What kind of what? I don't get it. But hey, I'll groom them. You bring them to me, I'll groom them. I love them, and that's all that really matters. But man, we gotta stop this whole designer breed thing. It's a mutt. It's okay. We all have mutts. Here, I'm gonna show you my mutt. That one over there is Deja. She's a full-blown pit, and she's fat and weird looking. That's Mac. He's a boxer pit mix. He is almost 11 years old. That's Iggy. She's a full-blown AKC registered boxer.
Yeah.
And I love all my babies. All my babies.
Grass. And I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers with this one.
Talk about it.
Fucking grass. It's ridiculous. The amount of work, time, energy, and resources that we invest in grass. We're constantly having to replenish the water because it just sucks it out of the topsoil and evaporates it out of the topsoil. It gives us absolutely zero benefit. And we take care of it and invest in it.
Keep that lawn looking pretty.
It doesn't even look good. It's not comfortable to sit on. And it's fucking expensive. Never mind time consuming when you can have something like mini clover that doesn't flower and requires zero maintenance and actually holds water in the topsoil.
I'm gonna have to go check out the mini clovers. I'm just
yeah.
thinking about it. Like, once I understood where she was going with this, yeah.
So what
Yeah.
if you can have a lawn full of like mini clovers?
Oh, I would love that.
Right, like it's possible to have that. It's no different from throwing a whole bunch of seeds in the ground and you grow green grass, which is pointy. Or you could get some seeds, throw a whole bunch of clovers on the ground.
But we do put a lot inside grass.
We
First
do.
of all, a lawnmower, a weed eater,
A trimmer.
a trimmer,
Gotta get your leaf
our
blower.
time out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't have
Treating it.
Treating it. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It is a lot.
The 8-hour workday was invented over 100 years ago, and despite all of the advances in technology since then, nothing's changed.
Vasectomy uses birth control. I don't know who started it, but I see more and more of it every day, and we need to stop. And I get it, especially because in a post-Roe v. Wade world, we want to put more of the onus on those who can go around and get people pregnant. And it is much safer to say, shoot blanks than shoot at a bulletproof vest. And because vasectomies are reversible, it seems like it makes total sense. Except they're not supposed to be. The point of a vasectomy is to make sure you can't get anyone pregnant ever again. And while there are some cases where you can undo it, that's not the point. Only have about a 50-50 shot of having it reversed if you wait longer than 3 years to get it undone. And that number decreases every year you go. Which means if we start making people get vasectomies really, really young, it nips the odds of them having children in the bud before they even get to that age. Birth control is a thing, and we should be advocating for it. But making everyone get a vasectomy isn't quite it. Plus, it does open the door for the whole forced sterilization thing again, so let's keep that closed.
Well, you see, that's a personal topic for people to talk about amongst themselves, okay? Especially with the times that we are living with now, with these laws and the prices of things, baby, it's very expensive for children right now.
Yeah.
She was talking about y'all.
She was.
I was about to say y'all species.
So she basically said crazy. She basically said that we shouldn't get it. I agree with you. I think it is. I think it is personal. And I feel like knowing that the times we live in with the internet, if you put something out there, you're expecting to get judged. And I'm talking about you're talking about both sides of the fence. People gonna agree with you, and you got people that's not gonna agree with you. So I think if you want something done that's personal in your life and your relationship or how you just live, do it underneath the radar to where you don't have to have a backlash, and you won't be able to handle it because you're not that strong or mentally there yet to take a whole bunch of people who judging you. But at the end of the day, I feel like if anybody feels it's good for them to do it and they want to be protective that way, then that's a good option to go with. But, that's just my theory.
According to your consumer report, I can tie it to identity theft. You don't believe me? Let's get to it. According to 15 U.S.C. 1681B, permissible purpose of consumer reports, this law states in general that unless a consumer reporting agency has your written instructions, they are not to furnish anything to your report. I want you to remember this going forward. Permissible purpose equals written instructions. With permissible purpose grants consent. Without permissible purpose is identity theft. According to 15 U.S.C. 6802, obligations with respect to disclosures of personal information. A financial institution is supposed to give you 3 disclosures. The first disclosure is them letting you know they're going to report something to your consumer report. The second disclosure is letting you know that you have the right to not disclose that information to your consumer report. The third disclosure is them letting you know that you have the right to do so. Do you think they follow those rules? No.
I'll go next.
Wait,
What about
hold
return?
on. I would say on that comment, I would say stop signing things when you're making purchases without reading everything.
Oh, yeah,
I don't care if
100%.
they got a line behind you. You better read every last word, and if you don't understand it, make them explain it to you.
Yeah.
Don't just let them give you things and be like, "Oh, this is for verification. This is for monthly."
Yeah.
Read it all.
Yeah. I feel like the dumbest question is to not ask the question at all. And I feel like when you're in a position to have a lot of your information that's finna go in documented forms, especially with just a signature, you have to push the button on asking questions, and it's going to allow them either to be uncomfortable with what they're doing because that's something that they don't want to tell you, or they're going to be open and willingly allowing you to know that, hey, this is this and this is that. And I think that's just the way to go about it.
I remember when I first became an adult, baby, I was signing my name here, there, everywhere. Child, listen, don't do that.
Yeah. Don't go in that desperate. Yeah, for real, you're gonna just be sounding away.
In merchandise to a retailer that you didn't order. It could be something as simple as ordering hair conditioner, but you get beard conditioner. What do? The online company is going to want to send you this and charge you for this if you don't send this back. But here's the secret. This is considered a free gift. So what do? You have to contact their customer service department and let them know that it is illegal for them to charge you for the product that you didn't order and that you are not legally obligated to send it back. It's not your job to correct their mistakes. And here's the article from the Federal Trade Commission to prove it.
Yeah, we're gonna separate that, bro. I agree with him 100%, and that formula works for a lot of situations if you think about it. If you never used the product, if you never made it to the location, if there's something that is just not within the reach of you and you can't do it and it's out of your control, you are obligated to receive whatever incentives you put in, or whatever it is that you put in. You're supposed to get whatever that is back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Another video. We hope you guys enjoyed it with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.